pertaining to Sage.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what's up?
Hey y'all, we back. Let me tweet this link real quick. I don't know what happened. I think YouTube be doing something like when it gets to like an hour.
They probably cut you off.
They don't normally though, because I've been online for like 2 hours before.
Maybe sneaking in those new algorithms.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey.
Hi, you guys. We're back for part 2 of What the Hell is a Situationship, and we have Firestarter still on the line. Let's just wait for a second for people to come back. To come back. We here. They said it. Zills.
I need Zills to call in. Zills. I need to call Zills.
Because he said he's the only.
We really need to speak with Zills.
Yeah, God don't like what we talking about.
We really need to speak with Zills.
Yes.
Okay, Carl.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Carl.
Yeah.
Mr. Cooley, whatever you want to call it. What's your name today?
Red. 8-time Red.
8-time, baby. Hey.
Y'all, as y'all are scrolling back in, let me just say, I've known this person since I was 6 years old, okay? Y'all don't think I'm an ATLien. It's proof that I am. Am I ATLien?
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am. Yes.
Well, how you know? Because we used to walk the Continental Colony together.
Yeah, they go together.
We used to walk the Continental Colony. Our mothers used to party at Marco's. At Marco's Disco.
Mr. B's.
At Mr. B's in Southwest Atlanta. They used to leave our badasses. They were single, newly divorced and shit. It was y'all think I don't know about the hood. Y'all better ask about me.
Hey. Yes, it does.
So, Firestarter. So I was asking a few questions, and she's honest, and like I was telling her, I think a lot of things about relationships to her is how the relationship will end. Will it end positive?
To Firestarter. Okay.
Will it be on a positive end, or will they end up in divorce? So I said, I think everything that is relationship driven with Firestarter is on fear. Fear.
It's fear.
Yes.
At this point, you absolutely are correct because, and I'm definitely working on. I'm definitely working on moving past that energy. You know, there's always different levels of energy. Just like when you're turning up a light, you know what I mean? It can get brighter and brighter and brighter. Mm-hmm. But I definitely feel like at this stage of the game, yes, I'm operating on fear. And I'm working to get back to a place where my energy is centered, where I'm manifesting nothing but positive people. But that starts with self.
Right.
So yeah. So right now I am operating on fear, and I don't feel like I'm in a place to date at this point. I feel like I can talk to people and speak to people, but I don't feel like I'm in a place where where I'm ready to date again, because I still have some residual energy from past situations. Even people that I've tried to casually date that I haven't gotten into long-term relationships with. It's like, not only is it hard to find a love partner, it's hard to find a good person in life right now in general. So that adds to the level of fear. And with me, the easiest and hardest things for human beings to do is to detach. And I'm learning, and it's sad to say I'm mastering being able to detach from people. That's why I said, going back to the beginning, where I said that when I see certain things from the beginning, I cut them out of my life swiftly with a platinum sword.
Yeah.
Like,
I can relate.
And yeah, and to some degree, is it like am I looking for something to be wrong? And then it goes back to, what am I manifesting? So then that makes me feel like I have to take a look at myself and some things that I need to change in my core being, in my heart chakra, in my grounding. Because what I want from somebody, am I necessarily that? Was I that in the past? And am I going to be that in the future? You know what I mean?
Well, what about the now?
So I need to go back and
say, babe.
What about the now? What are we dealing with the now? See, we can always look back in our past and reflect on that. And it's good to reflect, but not dwell in it, not live in it. And then the future is unknown. Right. And it's supposed to be unknown. Leave it alone. So we're supposed to talk about that now.
But with me, it's okay. That's very difficult. Okay.
Thank you, Michelle.
Now Michelle knows about me and the future. Okay, it's very difficult, and see, this is the problem. My line of work. I'm very gifted.
Okay.
So it's very hard for me now, just in life, to be able to stop and smell the roses and the pleasant, because I'm able to see the future. So I'm not like a regular person.
Right.
Where they can just, wake up, where they can just wake up and they can just say, oh, I'm going to get to know this person. I can see where it's going when I meet people because of my line of work.
Okay. What,
so
if you don't mind me asking, what type of work do you do?
I'm a holistic therapist.
Okay.
I'm a holistic therapist. Some people will call me a psychic. I think that term is a little bit derogatory when describing me, because I'm so much more than that. Okay. But yeah, I'm an empath, and I can look at somebody, or I could be next to somebody, and I can say, no, you're not the right person. And then the universe will
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Manifest that.
Right.
Huh? I am?
Yeah. No, I like your energy. Your conversation is really dope. I think if you drop the fear,
yes,
you will definitely meet the person that you're trying to meet.
You don't
Michelle,
tell me that.
Yeah, I have to go back in.
Listen,
I have to go back in.
This is my friend forever.
I have to go
right?
back into manifestation.
This is my friend forever. And
I've known Carl for over 40 years.
And we have
that is amazing.
These conversations all the time. So don't let Michelle.
Southern lady is on it, baby.
Carl made me.
But you know what the problem is? But you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
But you know what the problem is for me is that I absorb so many people's energy that I'm not separating myself from their energies at this time. I'm working on that now.
Okay.
Where I'm transitioning out of dealing with people on a one-to-one basis and dealing with people in a totally different way. So a lot of their daily fears are attached. Their energies are attaching themselves to me.
Let me ask
so
you
I'm
this.
working on.
Is there a way to cut off the trying to receive other people's energies?
Yes. I'm working on that right now. I'm working on seminars, and I'm working on different things now where I'm not interacting with my clients so closely on a daily basis.
Really?
Because that's equivalent to me watching the news. That's equivalent to me listening to, music in the wrong vibration. It's the same thing as interacting with my clients on a daily basis, because I fix everybody's problem, but nobody fixes mine. So
do you have someone
at the end of the day, huh?
Never mind.
Well, fire starter.
Yeah, so at the
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
No. I understand completely what you're saying, because I'm the same way. Like, I don't trust a lot. I'm quick to cut somebody off.
I don't trust anybody.
Well, I mean, you got to trust somebody eventually. But I totally understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, what? The wife was trying to say something. I don't know what's going on.
Come on, wifey, what?
Okay, so the way my husband and I wasn't looking. I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
I was doing
Let me take a sip.
Someone said, come on, wife.
I was doing me. I was not interested. I was focused.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now.
Continue to be focused. Focus on the now and the future. Do not look back at the past. That's your past for a reason. Okay? When you look back at the past, you bring the past to the present. Once you let the past go, you let that negative energy go, you bring that current spirit to wherever you are in this moment.
Come on, Yama.
That's when you're you. That's your other half.
Come on, Gail.
That's when your you will appear. So you just pray, you keep focused, and you do you. And you watch what will come present. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, I'm just lining up my dimensions at this time. I'm just lining up, you know, I'm just at a point where I'm purging. And the great part about it is that God gave me a sound mind. You know, and I don't pretty much let adversity dictate my actions. So, you know, a lot of it starts with a sound mind. And I always tell my clients, who are you financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally? And a lot of times, those areas of your life, wherever you're lacking in those areas, you will attract those people that make you look at those areas of your life.
Right.
So with me absorbing so much emotions from my clients, I personally have to get back balanced emotionally. Mm-hmm. The other areas of my life are thriving, but because I'm always a soundboard for everybody else, and I'm always an emotional sponge for everybody else, I don't have anybody to wring myself out on. So I don't want to take up a lot of you guys' time.
No, we appreciate
you. I just
thank you.
You know, I just feel like as women, we don't need to settle. The cornerstone is and the cornerstone is being able to have your own, so that you're not sitting across from a person interviewing them. You can be in your natural femininity,
right?
You know, and cutting people out fast when you see red flags. Exactly. Immediately delete their number, get them out of your psyche, and move forward. And you know, as far as like sex and sharing penis and stuff, that is so disgusting. Like the mental, like just the whole mental thought of it. You might as well jump in the bed with the other women. So, you know, you guys might as well have threesomes and be, I mean, it's all in your thinking because you're having threesomes anyway.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Firestarter. I appreciate your call. You know, I always love when you call in, and
God bless you, and thank you. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I apologize to y'all. I just had to hear what Firestarter had to say. I had to hear what Firestarter had to say. So I know y'all mad about how long I keep people on the phone. I see y'all with these little slick comments. I see you, Zills. But
Zills, would you call in, please,
Zills, call us back, Zills.
26. I apologize, but you know I have to give everybody their time. Because I appreciate y'all taking the time to call in. So how are you? Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Katie.
Hey, Katie. Where are you calling from?
Hey, so I'm calling from New York.
Oh, girl, hey, girl.
You have a lot of Oprahs,
what part of New
York? You know, Dr. Phil's calling in on tonight, and none of them want to admit that they are the whore that they're talking about. Firestarter spent 20 minutes talking about how, you know.
Wait. We're not gonna rehash what somebody else is talking about. What do you want to talk about? Because your voice sounds oddly familiar.
Yes, because I called and I'm just gagging because it's like you hung up on me, but you let Firestarter talk for like 30 minutes about
because this is a rated PG show, and you start talking about rated X stuff, and we weren't gonna start talking about the things you do in the bedroom. Now, if you want to keep it rated G,
was not appropriate. So I do apologize, girl. You know I'm not calling to, you know, do anything disrespectful because I love you down.
I love you down, girl. I love you down because you keep calling. You know I love you.
Yes, I love you, girl. But it's like, you know, why hang up on me? You know, and Firestarter.
Zil said we gotta go. Zil said we gotta go, girl. Y'all, she can't be from New York. That ain't right.
Oh my God.
She a lot of us like that.
Zil, would you pick up the phone and call in?
I appreciate you. Look. Ma'am, what's your name again? What's your name? Did you even tell me your name?
Katie.
Katie, I appreciate you calling.
And I just want to say one thing real quick. I want to be in a situationship with that fine yellow man. With that baseball bat.
Oh, girl.
You mean Michael Ealy? Michael Ealy Jr.?
Girl.
Michael Ealy, you see this wedding ring? You see that wedding ring right there?
It ain't happening, girl.
Yes.
You got a whole team of women over here protecting him.
I got a New York chick.
All right. And he got a New York niece. He got a New York niece that will come.
And he got a Southwest Atlanta bestie.
All right. We working over here. We keep
it ain't gonna happen.
Territory covered, girl. Ain't nothing happening over here.
He got my back and I got his.
You know.
And I'm over here waiting for you if you come this way, okay? You hearing me? I'm coming. So right.
Girl,
have a good night, love.
Girl, you are insecure with your husband.
Love. Have a good night. Enjoy. Thank you so much.
Oh, girl.
This is great. I'm in the cut.
Caller 8564.
I'm in the cut, boo.
Caller 85.
Do you have somebody else? On hold the show?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna talk. This is Candy. Monique calling back.
Monique. Okay, Monique. What you gonna say?
All right. I was listening to Firestarter, and she started off saying that you have to have your own money and you have to have your own stuff going on. And I do agree with that because as women, we have to be able to take care of ourselves and all of that type of stuff. But there's a lot of women that's six-figure women that have wonderful jobs, but still get drugged through the dirt and through the mud. So having your own money and having your own job and having all of that, that don't get it.
You're right.
You know, that really don't get it.
You're absolutely
right. Issue, I mean, more of the issue is, and I was listening to Firestarter now, was she listening to her talk about how she's empathic. I had a girlfriend that was like that. I mean, we were really good friends. And when people came into our job, if they got into a argument outside in the car, she would feel it. Like she knew when they walked in, she picked up on the energy, she picked up on the violence, she picked up on all of that. And the thing is, Firestarter may just need to, is she gonna have to find a way to let that go, and that may be projecting on the men that she is meeting. Because when you're meeting people, because like she said, red flags, and I get it, we all, you know, you have red flags. But if you're holding on to other people's energy and they stick with you and they stick with you for hours and days, you may meet somebody that may not be a bad person, but that energy is still in you. So when you see something that looks possibly like something you heard or something you saw before, then you're automatically rejecting it because you dealing with this from a place of where you work. And that's not even just for empathic people. That's for everybody. You know, everybody that may not present themselves perfectly when you first meet them, that don't mean he just like the one before him.
Right.
You know, soon as somebody say the wrong thing, you know, they can be in a conversation and say 2 words wrong and you just like someone so before you. No, you give a person a chance to speak, find out who they are, watch who they are, pay attention to what's going on. One of the things that I know, and I think I told you on another call that we was on, I was in a relationship and I was in a relationship for a minute. And it wasn't a whole bunch of, you know, back and forth infidelity and all of this, but I was really dealing with somebody that had a past. And because of his past, he was insecure. And it stemmed from the relationship with his mother. And honestly, when your mama don't love you, and when she chooses men over you as her son, then it's hard for you to accept the love from another woman that you meet. And that was my situation. And it's like, it didn't matter what I did or how much I was there and was the ride or die. He could not accept what was given to him. Now, was he a good person? Yes, he was. Was he a provider? Yes, he was. Was he cheating all the time? No, he wasn't. So it didn't mean he had a red flag, but his red flag wasn't he's cheating, he's running around, he's doing this and he's doing that. He's going to get you to understand who I am as a woman and who I am trying to be to you. So it's like sometimes people, we have baggage and we all have some baggage. And the issue is we have to kind of sit down and evaluate where our stuff is coming from. Like what is this I'm doing and where is this this is coming from. I'm a nurturer.
And how
I'm a nurturer
and how our baggage affects our choices. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing. I draw a lot of people to me that need help. And that's because I'm a nurturer. I give advice. I nurture. I, try to help people. So I always draw people that it seems to have a tendency to be a bit needy, whether it be male or female in friendships. But it's like some things you have to realize. And I'm getting to the point right now in my life where I realize that if I give it to you and if I say it to you, and if you're willing to take it, then fine. If you don't, then that's fine too. But I need to move around and I need to walk away. The old me was always trying to convince you, and if I see you about to run into a brick wall, I'ma almost kill myself trying to jump in front of you to keep you from running into that brick wall. But it gets to a point where you have to understand where your stuff comes from. And my stuff came from my relationship with my mother. And that didn't make me a bad person. That didn't make me be a woman that couldn't, be real for a man. But that made me be a woman that caused issues in my relationship with a man. Right. Because I understand that just because I didn't marry a particular person, it wasn't always on them. Sometimes it was me. Sometimes it was me because I couldn't deal with a particular thing and I couldn't accept what somebody was giving me because of the issues that I've had from my past.
Right.
So I just wanted to call back in on the whole, you could have 6 figures and, you could be all together on the outside, but that don't mean that the inside is okay.
Right. Because I think a lot of people put too much power on materialism. You got to have this or he got to have that. At the end of the day, all y'all got to have is common sense and a good nature to treat each other fairly. And then I think it should go from there. It doesn't really matter what you have or any of that, but I mean, I don't know. I do think that.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
I also agree with his wife when she was saying she was doing her. And the thing is, I think a lot of times, and that's why I'm not in a relationship right now because I'm working on me, but I'm there. Like, I'm there. I know right now at this point I'm ready, but I do understand that when I started also stepping outside of myself and stop being selfish and thinking about me and thinking about I need to make the money and I need to do this and I need to do that, that don't mean I don't still go on a job and make some money. Right. But when I was always thinking about me, it made it hard for me sometimes to think about the other person. Yeah. So when you working on you, that's fine to work on you. But when you start to become a person that's unselfish, that's when you are going to draw to you what it is that you want. Because to meet a man that's going to love you and honor you and not disrespect you, you have to be an unselfish person to get an unselfish person. You can't draw to you what you're not.
Right. I agree, Monique. You always spit that wisdom, and I definitely appreciate you always.
Okay, I just wanted to add thank you.
Thank you so much.
Carl got the special effects for you.
Good night.
No,
thank you, Monique.
That was a really good point.
Bye-bye.
I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
You are currently the only person in this
I'm not taking
conference.
no more calls. I'm done with the calls. You want me to take more calls?
Yes, please.
Okay.
But after this question.
Okay. Carl has a question.
Do men and women really know how to relate and understand each other? More especially, wait a minute. More especially,
little girl over in the corner.
Black women.
I think so.
Scoot over, Carl. Get in the frame.
I'm in the frame.
No, you just barely in the frame. You make me feel fat.
Hello?
Oh.
Hold on.
Comments?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I just took my glasses off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this young man has to say.
Who we have?
Okay, we got another caller, I think.
Is it Zills?
I don't know. We about to find out.
Zills, where you at, man?
Where you at?
Zills.
Zills,
Sorry,
where you
that's
at?
not Zills. 6955.
Give me Zills.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, who am I speaking with?
This is Kay. I've called before from up in Cobb County.
Hey, Kay in Cobb. Yes, in Cobb County.
Hey.
You close to home, child.
Okay.
Close to
I feel like I'm in Cobb County right now. Shoot, they got me out in the booth.
Okay, so
Zills is crazy.
I had a situation. I wouldn't call it a situationship, but I was in something where I met this guy. I just got out of a 2-year relationship. I met this guy, and he was like spitting all this game, whatever, like that. And come to find out, he was in a relationship, and supposedly his girlfriend or whatever, she had a child, and he was giving him like hall passes to go and be with other women because she had like medical problems.
Lord.
And I didn't believe it at first, but a mutual friend of ours, confirmed it and everything. And it got to the point where I was just like, I don't think I want to deal with this. This is a lot. And he still like tried to contact me and say, oh, I miss you, all the stuff like that. And it's just really weird to me that a guy would like try to jeopardize something that he had over like a hall pass, if that makes sense. Like,
but how is he jeopardizing it if she gave him a pass?
Right. Seriously.
I feel like, okay, but if you're with somebody for a long time and something happens to them, like, it's not okay for you to go. Right. Why don't you just be single then if you feel like you can't be with them without having sex outside of your relationship, the situation? Why would you continue to stay with them or hurt them? Because then it's going to come to a point where he's not going to be okay with that.
Right. So, look, how did you handle the situation, if I may ask? Did you tell him to kick rocks, or did you continue to hang out with him?
I left him alone. That's right, girl.
Well, because I know, Cobb County ain't that far from Atlanta. I know how Atlanta women are. At the end of the day, it ain't a whole bunch of straight men in Atlanta. Hey. And no, that's no excuse. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general, Cobb County, you know I'm coming from, right? So at the end of the day, I just know a lot of women give men so many passes and so many, opportunities to do what they want to do because they feel like they can't get much else, not in a realm of.
Here's my thing. Is that actual?
No. I'm not saying
actual fact? Is that actual fact, or is that a convenient excuse?
No.
For women to want to date.
Married.
You
married. What do you think about your single friends? What your single friends say?
What do you mean?
Maybe like it's a whole gang of hoes out there, don't they?
I always thought that. I don't care if the woman
that's my
was
point.
in a relationship.
But I'm saying in Atlanta, don't they always say it's so many women
It's
here?
not just Atlanta. I mean, it's
a
worldwide.
Like that's not your.
Toya Wright gave Myth his a pass that time.
That's not what wasn't her man.
I mean, I wouldn't give nobody no pass. I'm just saying in general.
Under the circumstance.
Let the caller speak.
Under the circumstance of that man and woman relationship, she, in her right mind, gave her man permission to creep out because she couldn't satisfy.
Mm-hmm. That was
but she wants to hold on to him for whatever reason. From what I gather from the call, correct, caller?
Yeah.
But what kind of man? What kind of man is he? That's a lot.
Yeah. That he would be okay. Well, I'm gonna step out and come back to you.
Did he ask for the pass, or did she give him the pass?
That's the question.
But he accepted the pass.
He accepted it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
he accepted that, right? So if you feel that your spouse is going through something, and you walk out on her while she's going through something, just to feel your thrills.
So she might have just been throwing that out there. I'm just
just to feel your thrills. Who's to say?
And then he said,
when you turn around in 2 more weeks, you won't be going through something, and she gonna creep out on you just to feel her thrills.
That's true.
So you gotta watch what you put out. You gotta watch what you put out.
I can't justify the reasoning. I don't know, but she may have seen something that we don't see. Something that
well,
she
Carla, what is your question, honey? Because we all we are off base.
Because we're speculating over here.
It wasn't a question, but I saw you said on the title, you like, you know, what is the situation?
Right.
So I just called thinking like, well, maybe that's kind of considered a situationship.
Yes.
Because you know, I've never dealt with.
No.
Yeah, I've never like been in a situation like that, so that was just kind of weird to me. But it was like once I told him, you know, I wasn't trying to fool with you or whatever. He just kept texting me, calling me, and doing all this, and I miss you. You're so smart, and you're this and you're that. And I was just like, what do you got a woman at home and a child? Well, not at his home, but
my thing is, if he kept texting you, you had to have responded to at least one of them.
Yeah. I didn't.
I would have blocked him from day one.
Block him. There should be no problem to delete him social media and block his phone number.
But sometimes we keep people, you know, in our you know, contacts for our ego.
Yeah,
we like to
comfort,
see it.
But that you're only gonna grow in discomfort. Right. You can never grow in comfort.
Shut up, 24-year-old.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
don't do her like that, Michelle.
Everything is full circle. What comes around goes around.
Karma's
doesn't mean it'll happen to you, but it will happen to somebody close to you. You don't want that. So, you know, I just say you get out what you put out. You know, you give what you put out. So the
caller, they're giving you the claps. They're giving you the clap.
All right, thank you for calling, Michelle.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. And be safe out there in Cobb County.
All right.
All right, bye.
Well,
we don't have no more calls.
Zills.
Where is Zills?
Now I'm tipsy and we ain't got no more calls.
Right. Zills call. Come on, call on in.
Zills ain't gonna call. Zills. We have a special request, Zills.
We need Zills.
They need you to call in, Zills.
Yes.
You know I know your number, Zills. Call in, Zills.
We just need a man.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, you still here.
We need a male caller.
Another male caller.
A non-married man.
A
single man.
Male caller.
Yes, Zills.
To call in and tell us about situationships.
I see all the Mason
Where's Gerald?
We
had Robert. Where's
Squares?
Gerald? Where are all the single male callers at 11:02 p.m.? Where they at?
They might be with the situationships already.
Zills, are you scared to call? It's situationship time.
Yeah, man. People start this when you start pulling up in your Ubers. Start making
24 years.
I like
Melanie.
Hey, Melanie be speaking truth. Y'all better read it. I like Melanie. Melody's been speaking truth all night.
Gerald is absent from ATLien. He was here earlier. He done dipped out on me already.
No, Zills is there.
Zills is there.
But Gerald, we lost Gerald.
We lost Gerald from the first line. He was very active. Oh, we got an anonymous caller. I know the anonymous caller is that same lady. I just feel it in my spirit.
Zills told you don't do it.
I just feel
it down in your heart.
Zills, should I take the anonymous call?
Please let us know.
Y'all press 1 if I should take the anonymous call. 2 if I should not.
You said Mike J said answer it.
1 if I should take it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Mike J answer.
We got
it's a mix.
We got to answer. That's
no.
Answer.
There's more ones.
You gonna answer? I'm gonna let Carl answer it. I'm sitting out.
It might be Zills.
It ain't Zills. Hold on, let me see.
I don't see him.
Oh Jesus! I'm so
scared.
I'm scared.
She done lied and said she was 24.
24 scared.
She done lied and said she was from New York, and I'm really offended about
Hold
it.
on, you can take my plate and bring it. Hold on, it's got to be green.
It's got to be green.
Say hello.
Hello, it's not green.
Hey.
There it is.
Hey, what up, y'all?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, so look, man. So I'm actually, I was actually watching the show, and I'm actually involved in the situationship. And the thing about it is, it's actually with my sister's boyfriend. Like, me and him been messing around, and cause I knew him since we was 12, 13, and we used to we weren't full-fledged having sex and shit, but we was kind of just playing around, you know what I mean? But my sister with the nigga now, and it's
you and your cousin. Is this a true story?
Please tell us the true story.
Man, it's a true story right here. Like me and this dude, like we fell out of connection like for a while, and then like he had moved out the city.
Wait.
And he came back.
Wait. I don't want to know no specifics, but how you gonna do this to your cousin?
What about your cousin? That's karma.
No. This is my sister boyfriend. Nah, but see, this is the situation. No, listen. I knew this dude way before. She was talking to him, and I didn't know that was her boyfriend. You know what I mean? And then when I seen the nigga, I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, you motherfucking gay. Like, how are you sitting up here talking to my sister? So I'm like,
don't you owe your sister some type of explanation?
You know what? All I tell my sister is, look, just use protection. You know what I mean? Because he probably out here having sex with dudes.
This is your sister.
Your karmic energy.
No, but see, look. I'm 25 right now. 25. When I was like messing around with this dude, like we was like 13, you know what I mean? So it wasn't even like no real like messing around, you know what I mean? But this nigga, he be looking at me, and you know I could tell that he want to, you know, try to rekindle shit with a nigga, but you know he talked to my sister, and I'm like, damn, bruh. Like, how's he talking to my sister?
You need to tell your sister. You have to tell your sister.
You know what? All right, look. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. All right, so listen. Instead of telling my sister,
I'm just gonna switch back to being the gender bender, honey. It's me again. You should know how to fuck down because it's me, anonymous Katie from New York, honey. Not like I said. You let motherfucking Firestarter talk all that shit for an hour and a half, and honey, I'm on the line. Like I said, Firestarter, throw away those cards, girl. You're gonna be single for the rest of your life. Okay, girl? Those cards are fucking up your life. And back to the original topic. Yes, I am a slut to a married man, and I love it.
I can't. Y'all warned me. Y'all told me not to do it. I did it. I should have listened to y'all. No. All the people in the call said press 1. All of y'all press 1, and I took the call. Even 24 wasn't believing it. 24 don't believe nothing. She done got in the middle of the call. She like all in. But wait a minute. You should tell your sister. And we sitting up there buying the bullshit.
I was saying, wait a minute, because I was going to say that's a fake. Okay.
You know what's worse? You know what's bad about that? She's probably a grown ass woman. She's not gonna be 24. She 45, y'all. She 45. She got like 3 cats. Like she is not. She like, what was that?
Somebody said, Denise said, I told you, hell no.
I
need a break too.
I'm warm. I can't.
These people, I mean, too much.
How'd she switch her voice like that?
Thank you guys for calling in.
No, she had another person.
We definitely appreciate all of the calls tonight.
And now we need
food. We appreciate all of the prank calls tonight.
I need a wig, so I can
prank calls tonight. I appreciate
Tiana Taylor to pull my wig off.
24, they got me drunk. I don't know what this is. I was drunk.
That's Johnny Walker, girl.
Johnny Walker.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Walker.
And how you sitting up there with a straight face and you drinking 24 is drinking Johnny Walker?
No, I'm drinking.
And I'm tipsy.
Vodka. It's vodka.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sleep in the basement tonight because y'all know.
Hey.
That's why I live now.
There's some air down there.
Anyway, because I don't get no super chats tonight.
Hey. She said, "Pass me a wing." Sorry, Mike.
But I appreciate you guys. I will holler at y'all later.
Have a good night.
Like this video if you haven't already. Watch part 1 if you haven't already. I appreciate all you. Jazzy Bell Squad, Zills didn't even call in, but that's okay.
We're gonna get them next time.
Be safe, y'all. Be safe. All right, Mel.
Stop messing with married men. It ain't good for you.
Yeah.
Really 24.
Get your life together.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
That was cool.